Hello, my lovely Aries. Welcome to your reading for May 2020. I hope this reading finds you well, safe, healthy, finding some happiness and joy in this isolation that most of us are finding ourselves in, connection with family, with friends, and even in this great isolation, there is a greater sense of community, a greater sense of global oneness, if you like. So there is positivity that's coming out of this, and this too will pass, and hopefully we will also have changed our outlook and what we're doing to the planet, to each other, having a greater appreciation. So, welcome to your reading, May 2020. This is a reading for Aries, Sun, Rising and Moon sign. Also listen to your rising sign and moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. So have a listen to that as well. This is a general reading for you, my lovely Aries. If you'd like to have a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a reading from there. I'd like to thank you for your support, for subscribing, for commenting, for liking, for sharing my channel. I really appreciate your support very, very much so, and I hope it brings you some joy and clarity as well. So let's have a look here at what's in store for you. I sort of pick up energetically with you that there's some sort of concern, some sort of anxiety, some sort of tenseness or tightness around you as we're coming into May, and it's about really checking in with those emotions and see where the roots of that are, where that's coming from. It's about also releasing that resistance that you have in moving forward, resistance to, this is where we're finding ourselves, this is what is happening, and just allow that to be. Let's travel through this, let's flow through this and come out the other end stronger and more determined. So, really sort of release that tension is what I want to say to you, because, in the past months, there has been sort of, I feel like a bit of emotional turmoil with you. There's emotions that have come to the surface. There's things that you've needed to look at on a personal level. It could be something a shift that's happening within you that's quite profound for you, but people are really not noticing that externally. It could be a review of relationships around you and how you're viewing things. That's going to vary for each of you, but I feel like, and also timing's going to be different for all of you because your natal charts are all very different, so timing's different. Last month might resonate more for you in May than it did in April, so always go back and have a listen as well, see what's going on. But that's what I get. So I'm getting that there needs to be this, unclench the hands, release the resistance and allow things to flow. So let's have a look at what's going on in May. The first card you've got here is the Judgement card. And the Judgement card speaks of triggers, things coming up from the past, things coming up for review. And it doesn't necessarily mean that people are going to come up from the past. You might be, having this time at home or in isolation where you're reflecting and little memories are trickling up for you to look at and release. So there's a real time of review. And it's not even about releasing. Things might come up and you might think, well, that didn't suit me and I want to make changes. So where do you want to make changes? It's sort of holding up the light to areas in your life where there needs to be some change or something that you have wanted to change for a long time, and here's this opportunity for you to be able to do that. So the Judgment card is about reviewing. It's about triggers. It's about what's triggering memories or thoughts or patterns or attitudes, cycles that you need to review and look at and either continue with them or release them. So that's going to be happening for you, and that's also connected to the emotions. So that's going to be happening for you in the very beginning of May. But you're crossed with the King of Swords, The King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is male or female, but someone that's around you, sun, rising or moon sign, that could be also triggering these things that are coming up for review. They may be triggering your thoughts. They may be triggering some memories. They may be, but they're certainly around you. So it could also be someone that's there to help you process, to help you through, sort through some things. So someone like a sounding board that you can talk to. For some of you, it's that. For some of you, it's you coming into your own strength, really thinking about things and processing. And for Aries to sort of stand back from the fiery, sort of fast, impulsive sort of let's just do things, let's just get going with things. This energy is getting you to, you're actually thinking, and it may be thinking about your reviewing of the past, reviewing of your behaviors, your attitudes, your reactions, your cycles in life. It's you using wisdom and calmness to really review all that stuff for some of you as well. So it can mean that as well. And in doing that and doing it well and taking the time to really look at that when you're feeling like that, don't go towards distractions. Don't go and play some computer games or watch a movie or read a book or do something that's going to distract you from doing this work. Put the effort in and do this work. Really clear things up, because I feel like it's like muddy water, and you're clearing it up, and the sediment sinks to the bottom, and you get this clarity of who you are and what you're wanting and what direction you're wanting to move in. So there's a clarity that comes from this process. So make sure you take the time to go through this process, because it's going to be really good for you. It's going to take time to do this, to sit still, to find that quiet place and to really review and do the work, because it's going to give you the results that you're seeking. It's going to, over time, you're going to really see results, and over time it's going to really work in your favor. It's really going to help you in forward movement, in achieving your goals, in achieving what you want to bring into your life, in redefining your reality. So this card always speaks of, doing the work to bring in the harvest. And that always takes time, because it's, when the fruit ripens, it'll fall from the tree. And so it's about waiting for it to ripen, waiting for it to come to fruition, but putting in that work as well. And this is about your sort of subconscious. It's about putting that work into your subconscious, because what it creates is the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Coins. And this is new ventures, new plans, new ways of earning money, new business, new ideas, new adventures to go on. You're going to have clarity of vision. You're going to have clarity within yourself about knowing what direction you want to take. Where do you want to steer your ship to next? Your ship being your life, and it's going to give you the rewards. You're going to feel really satisfied with the changes that you bring into your life. So that's going to be an interesting process for you. The very first week, 2 weeks of May, of doing that work. And of course, it's going to continue through May, but the impact of it, the initial stages of it, it's going to be at the start of May. That's going to bring in, it's going to allow you to have clarity of your direction and where you're going. The fog will lift. And you'll have a direction of what you want to do and where you want to go and what things you want to put in place. You've also then got the Devil card, and the Devil card is don't take the easy road. Don't, and this is what I was saying before, don't find distractions so that you're not doing that inner work. Really do that inner work. Don't be tempted to take shortcuts, because you're going to really benefit from them. So the more effort you put in that process, the more you're going to get, the more benefit you're going to get from it. So don't be tempted. Devil's always about temptation to take shortcuts. Also, don't be manipulated into making choices and decisions you don't want to make. Really stay true to yourself. Don't allow others to put in their 2 cents worth and sway you to do what they want you to do. I can't see that happening with you, Aries, though, because you can become very, very determined as well. So you're quite strong, but don't have a moment of weakness of wanting to take shortcuts. Be very, very aware of that. You're going to start getting really like, oh, is this worth it? By sort of week 2 of May, oh, is it worth it? I don't know if I really want to do this. I might find some distractions. Don't. Stick with it. Don't be tempted to take shortcuts in this process. This process is really going to set you up for the second half of the year. So really use what energies around you, what's coming up for you. Okay? There is sleepless nights, I'm sorry, in May, you know, where you're processing, where you're thinking, where things are coming up to the surface, where, you know, and this could have to do with this looking into the subconscious and allowing those things to come to the surface. But watch your anxiety as well. Watch your worry of anxiety is a fear of the future. The future will look after itself. It's about living in the now. But if you're feeling this and it's overwhelming for you, and sometimes when we're isolated and we're in the same, you know, in the house, and thoughts just keep going around in our head, it's best to talk to someone. Talk to someone, talk to a friend, talk to a professional, talk to whoever you need to talk to relieve some of that, to help you over that hump, to help you through that time of worry, because I don't feel like there's any need to worry about anything. You don't need to worry about what's up ahead. You live in the now and put the steps in place now, and the future will unfold for you. By worrying about that, by creating anxiety, that creates resistance, which slows the whole process down. It slows the whole process down. So be mindful of that, sleepless nights and the level of anxiety that you might have from that. So talk to, you know, usually when you talk to someone about it, it just levels out. It's not as bad as it seems. It's not as bad as it seems, because I don't feel like there's anything here to really worry about. Stay focused in the now, because there's new opportunities coming up for you. New opportunities. You see, this card here moves you from this phase to new opportunities, new horizons, new plans, new dreams, new work, new learning. Doing something that's creative, following your passion, following your life's purpose, what brings you joy. There's all of that coming up for you as well. So the future does open up for you. So there's really no need for the anxiety here. Keep that in check, because it's going to just slow the process down. You've got the Wheel of Fortune here, and it's turning in your favor. This is the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. You know, when times are tough, you know, that's where that's life. Times get tough, and then they start to come together. So that's going to happen a lot faster if you don't have resistance to it. If you live in the now, make the plans, be proactive, take charge, and put things in place for you to work towards, because things are going to start working out for you. You know, there's always a winter, but summer follows winter, doesn't it? Or spring follows winter, which is growth, and then summer. So the Wheel of Fortune is starting to turn in your favor. So any plans that you've got, anything you want to put in place, it's really good to do that. But don't become anxious or fearful of the future, because that's resistance. That's going to slow down the whole process. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. It's, you know, you've got the Hangman as your last card in May, and the Hangman is about balance. He has to balance to stay like that, you know. It's about balance, and it's about being balanced. And that's going to be a little bit of personal sacrifice. You know, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to find that balance. And also it's asking you to face the challenges and change your perspective on things. So look at things in a different way. When you're suspended upside down, the world's upside down, things look different when you're upside down. So it's about changing your perspective on things that are you're wanting to implement, things that you're wanting to put in place, changes that you're wanting to make. And it will take some personal sacrifice. It's going to really take your inner strength to work through this. But you can do it. You can do it. It requires balance as well. So make sure you take that on board, that you do that. Okay, I'm going to give you a card now from the Angels of Abundance. I like these cards. They're always great to see what words of wisdom are being given to you. What is being shown to you? Let's have a look. Which card's going to come out for you? Oh, nearly. There we go. Let's have a look. Ah, there you go. Look, you know, absolutely. So good. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. So all your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Now, doesn't that sum up so well your monthly reading? It's really concise. I like these cards in how they bring that sort of conciseness into the readings. So I'm going to use this. Let me get the box so I can show you. It's a beautiful box. Dreams of Gaia Tarot. And I figure that I'm going to use this tarot because it's Gaia that's sent us to our room because we've been naughty, to contemplate what we've been doing to the planet. And let's see what loving words of support she has to bring to you for May. As the Great Mother. Let's see what card comes out. There we go. Let's have a look. Okay, you've got the one of water. This is the water, a little triangle, represents water. And this is about a new beginning. This is about a new beginning. It's about new growth. It's about putting new projects and plans into place and having a positive outlook and attitude to have how that's going to unfold for you. Being emotionally balanced and having a new start. This is about new beginnings. New beginnings. It's going to bring you peace and harmony and balance into your life. Excellent. So that's really good too. So I wish you many, many blessings, my lovely Aries, and stay safe, stay healthy. This too will pass. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a reading from there. I hope this resonates for you. I hope it brings you some joy and some peace through the month of May. Many blessings to you, Aries.